Have you ever woken up and reached across the bed, only to find the space beside you empty, not just for the night, but forever? If you're watching this, chances are you or someone close to you has faced that deep, aching loss. Losing a spouse after decades of shared memories, routines, and quiet conversations. It's not just the absence of a person, it's the absence of a life lived together. And here's the truth many are afraid to admit. No one truly prepares us for this part of growing old. We prepare for retirement. We prepare for grandkids. But how do we prepare for waking up alone? How do we keep living when half of us is gone? Today's video is not just about grief. It's about surviving it, moving through it, and in time, living again. This isn't a list of platitudes or simple advice. This is wisdom earned through pain and through time. If you've lost someone, or if you're simply afraid of that day to come, this video is for you. Before we begin, I invite you to pause for just a second and do two things. First, hit that subscribe button if you want more honest, heartfelt conversations like this one. And second, share in the comments. Have you lost someone close to you? Or do you fear that loss? Your words may help someone else feel less alone. Now, let's begin this journey together. Let's talk about what truly happens after loss, and how to find your way back to yourself. Shall we start with the first lesson? Number 1. The Silent Mornings, a story of routine lost. Evelyn had been married to Walter for 52 years. Every morning, like clockwork, he brewed the coffee while she sliced the bananas for their oatmeal. They didn't talk much during those first moments of the day, just quiet movements, occasional glances, the occasional, don't forget your pills. But it was theirs, that rhythm, that comfort. Then, one morning, she woke up and there was no coffee brewing. No newspaper unfolded at the table. Just silence. Deafening silence. The bananas stayed uncut. It's moments like these that hit the hardest. Not the funeral, not even the condolences. It's the quiet return to daily life. The life that no longer looks anything like it did before. That's when the real grieving begins. Losing a spouse in old age often feels like losing the very structure of your day. You don't just lose the person, you lose the habits, the inside jokes, the TV shows you watch together, even the little arguments that filled the room with life. The loneliness doesn't scream. It whispers. It waits for you in your routine. But here's something Evelyn eventually realized. She didn't need to erase the routine. She needed to reshape it. Slowly, painfully, she began to reclaim her mornings. She learned how to make her own coffee. She still sliced a banana, but now, she did it while talking to Walter in her mind, remembering his laugh. And eventually, she added a new step. She'd walk outside and water the plants he once cared for. Over time, her mornings didn't hurt the same. They held memory, yes, but also a new kind of peace. Have you experienced this kind of silence after loss? How did it show up in your life? Share it in the comments. Your story might be the hand someone else needs to hold today. Stick around, because in the next section, we'll step into a scenario that might feel all too familiar and uncover how grief often wears a mask we don't expect. Shall we move on? Number 2. The empty chair at dinner, an immersive scenario. Imagine this. It's 5:45 p.m. The table is set, just like always. 2 plates, 2 glasses, forks on the left, napkins folded the way they always were. The kitchen still smells like rosemary chicken, your late spouse's favorite. You sit down at the table. Out of habit, your eyes glance at the other chair. It's empty. And for a moment, you forget. You expect them to walk in, smile, maybe complain about the weather. But the chair stays empty. And the silence across the table feels heavier than the meal in front of you. Now imagine doing this night after night. This scenario is one countless people live through every evening, without ever saying a word about it. You don't cry at the table. You just sit there, trying to eat around the lump in your throat. You tell yourself it'll get easier. But some nights, you don't even bother setting the second plate. Some nights, you eat on the couch. Or not at all. Here's the truth. That empty chair is more than just a space. It's a symbol of everything you shared, and everything you're learning to live without. But here's what we often overlook. You have the power to transform that chair. Some people place a flower there. Some keep a photograph. Others light a candle, say a small blessing. These small rituals may seem silly, but they create space to honor, not erase. You don't have to pretend your spouse never sat there. You can acknowledge their presence in your life, even as you continue without them. Eventually, maybe that second plate comes back, not for your spouse, but for a friend, a neighbor, maybe even a grandchild. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means making room. Have you ever felt this way during dinner or some other daily moment? Comment below and let others know. What did that emptiness look like for you, and how did you face it? Stick with me. In the next part, we'll uncover a number. Yes, a single number. That might just change the way you think about grief forever. Ready for it? Number 3, the 17-month shadow, a surprising statistic. Here's a number that might surprise you. 17 months. That's the average length of intense grief reported by surviving spouses aged 65 and older in a comprehensive U.S. study. 17 months of disrupted sleep, loss of appetite, sudden tears in the middle of the grocery store. 17 months of reaching for a hand that is no longer there. But here's the part most people don't hear. While 17 months is the average, many carry the weight much longer. Some feel guilty when the tears stop. Others feel broken when they don't. There is no one-size-fits-all grief. No stopwatch that tells you when to be over it. Let's look at that number again. 17 months. It's not just a statistic. It's a lifeline. It tells you that what you're feeling isn't unusual. It's not weakness. It's human. It means if you're struggling a year after your loss, you're not failing. You're healing. And healing is not a straight line. One good day doesn't mean you're done grieving. One breakdown in the middle of church doesn't mean you've gone backward. Grief moves in waves, not milestones. One widow I spoke with shared that her hardest moment came 14 months after her husband passed, long after the casseroles stopped coming, long after the sympathy cards faded. I thought I was fine, she said. Then I saw his handwriting on an old envelope, and I sobbed for an hour. That's grief. It arrives when it wants to. But here's what the 17-month shadow also tells us. It does change. The sharp edges dull. The fog begins to lift. And with time, and often with help, you begin to feel moments of light again. So let me ask you, where are you in your grief? Month 1, month 12, year 5? Comment below. Don't be afraid to say it out loud. You might find someone else right there with you. Don't go anywhere. Next, we'll explore why your brain may be working against you during grief and what science says can help. Ready to learn something that might just give you back a little control? Number 4, why your brain fights your healing. A scientific explanation. Grief isn't just something we feel, it's something our brain does. When you lose a spouse, your brain goes into a kind of shock. Neurologically speaking, it doesn't yet understand that the person is gone. In fact, studies using brain scans have shown that people in deep grief still activate the same regions of the brain that light up when we expect to see a loved one walk through the door. That's why you might still reach for the phone to call them. Or think, I need to tell her this, even months after the funeral. It's not just a habit. It's the brain trying to rewrite a relationship that suddenly has no physical presence. Now here's the catch. The brain is built to seek patterns. So, when you've shared a bed, meals, routines, and conversations for decades, your brain has wired itself around that person. That's called attachment circuitry, and it doesn't vanish overnight. And here's the hard truth. The very thing that made your love so strong, the daily reinforcement of shared life, is what makes the loss so devastating to your brain. But science offers hope. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, means that healing is possible. New routines, new social bonds, new daily activities can slowly help your brain build new pathways. It doesn't mean erasing memories. It means teaching your mind how to function without being caught in the loop of absence. Therapy, support groups, even writing letters to your lost spouse. All of these help your brain process the loss, not avoid it. And the more you engage, the more space you make for joy to return, not by forgetting your partner, but by remembering that you are still here. Have you experienced those moments where your mind forgot your spouse was gone? Maybe reached for their hand or waited for them to walk in. Share your story in the comments. There's healing in knowing we're not the only ones whose brain needs time. Next, we'll walk through 2 very different responses to grief and what we can learn from them. The contrast might surprise you. Are you ready to see the difference between surviving and truly living again? Number 5. Two paths through grief. A contrast of choices. Let me introduce you to two men, Harold and James. Both lost their wives after over 40 years of marriage. Both lived in the same town. Both were 74 when they became widowers. But what happened in the months that followed couldn't have been more different. Harold retreated. He stopped attending church, declined invitations from his children, let his garden wither. "What's the point?" he would say, staring at the blank television screen. His house grew quiet. His world shrank. Grief became a kind of cocoon, safe, predictable, and isolating. James, on the other hand, made a different choice. The first few months were brutal, no one escapes that. But one Sunday, he forced himself to go to his grandson's Little League game. A week later, he went back to the diner where he and his wife used to have coffee and brought a photo of her with him. Over time, he joined a walking group for seniors, not because he loved walking, but because he needed people. Now let's be clear, both men loved their wives deeply. This wasn't about love. It was about response. Harold believed his life ended with hers. James believed his life changed, but didn't stop. Two paths, one of slow decline, one of painful, persistent movement forward. Studies show that social connection is one of the strongest protective factors against long-term grief-related depression in older adults. It doesn't mean ignoring your sadness. It means refusing to let sadness be your only companion. If you find yourself identifying with Harold, know this: it's never too late to shift. Start small. A walk around the block. A call to a friend. Watching this video is already a step. If you see yourself in James, share in the comments. What helped you keep going? Your experience might guide someone else toward light. And now, we've come to the end of our journey today. But before we close, let's sit together for one final reflection, because healing deserves a proper goodbye. Shall we finish this together? If you've made it to this point, I want to pause and say, thank you. Thank you for sitting with the heaviness, for not turning away, for facing something most people would rather avoid. Losing a spouse in old age is one of life's cruelest paradoxes. You spend decades building a shared world, only to be asked to continue walking in it alone. But within that sorrow lies a quiet truth. The very depth of your grief is proof of how deeply you loved. And love, real love, does not end at death. It lingers in memories, in gestures, in the way you still fold the towels just like they did. The journey through grief is not about getting over someone. It's about learning how to carry them differently. In your habits, in your stories, in your continued will to live, not just exist. If today's video spoke to something in you, don't let it end here. Subscribe for more reflections like this. Leave a comment sharing your story, whether you're still in the fog or beginning to see the light through the trees. Someone reading it might feel less alone because of you. And if this helped you in any way, share it with someone else who might need it. A neighbor, a friend, a parent. You never know who's quietly sitting across from that empty chair, waiting for a little light. You are not broken. You are grieving, and you are not alone. We'll be here, walking with you, every step of the way.